figured working under the new President Yamadera has way more upside than working at your factory.
So the contract's over. Do you realize what you've done? We'll have to pay 15 years worth of patent fees. It works! We did it! My name is Keiichi Sato. I'm the head of Day's Factory, which manufactures and sells conveyor lanes for Kaiten Sushi. From Ishikawa Kaiten Sushi? Maybe now that there's a new president, they'll bump up our contract fee? Alright, time to unveil this new tech. Wait, Namiya? Why are you here too? What's going on? She's my wife, Namiya. She's also our star sales rep. Or was.
I figured working under the new President Yamadera has way more upside than working at your factory. He racked up amazing numbers as sales director and got fast-tracked to president.
Namiya and I were classmates at university. We really hit it off at the reunion the other day. She's not just switching jobs, she wants to marry me as well. And while we're at it, we found a supplier with lanes cheaper and better than Day's factories. So the contract ends here. Better quality than ours? This is Mr. Yamadera, the new president of Ishikawa Kaiten Sushi. He took over from his predecessor last month. I see. Understood. Namiya and I haven't had much time together lately, so this is a fine moment to part ways. I'll be billing for damages properly. More importantly, if you drop Day's factory now, you'll regret it. Are you sure you're okay with that? Huh? Lol. Spare me the desperate bravado, will you? Lol. Is that so? Then I'll bring the termination paperwork by in a few days.
What's with that calm? And you're not even a little bit sad.
Later that day on the way home. I talked tough, but that stung in more ways than one. Everyone was supposed to be wowed by our new tech.
Oh? What brings Factory Chief Sato of Day's Factory to Tokimeki, IKS's rival?
You're President Nagisa Shinagawa, right? Truth is... A few days later, Day's Factory formally ended its contract with Ishikawa Kaiten Sushi, but... Yamadera! I heard you terminated the deal with Day's Factory. Yes, former President Hatoyama. We found a company that can supply cheaper, higher quality lanes and... You've landed us in a disaster. We owe 15 years of patent fees. Huh? Look at this contract. This is... I signed that 15 years ago. You haven't been president long, so you may not know. Day's lanes are covered by a patent for plate sorting and transport. Day's bundled the royalty into the base fee, and conditionally waived it for us. And the condition? That we not commit any violations listed in the attached document. But you, with Mr. Sato's wife, Miss Namiya, that squarely hits the compliance breach in Clause 3, which means we now owe 15 years of royalties. Well, wait, I thought patent fees only required paying 5 years worth. That's only when there's no conditional waiver. In this case, the moment you violated the condition, you owe the entire accrued period. You'll pay 15 years of royalties on a sliding scale. Roughly 8 billion yen. 8 billion?! You're stellar on the job, but your private life. I warned you. Tighten up your loose ends. Ha ha ha! It'll be fine. We'll roll out the new lanes and I'll generate multiples of the revenue. You fool! You don't get it at. This is far beyond that. Sir? Come with me. I'll show you just how dire this is. Meanwhile...
And that should do it.
Sorry for making you sign document after document.
Don't worry about it. This is technology worth protecting, isn't it?
I never imagined Tokimeki Corp would step in to help us so quickly.
So this time, our conveyor lanes will finally be Days factories, correct? A long-held wish come true. We were turned down by Days once before. It was over 15 years ago. And our previous president went to see you, so I figured you might have forgotten.
Not at all, I remember. And my apologies for back then. We had just signed with Ishikawa Conveyor Sushi at the time.
You've developed new tech, haven't you? I could never give up on Days, so I've been quietly keeping tabs on you.
You've been following our company that closely?
Indeed. Ishikawa made a regrettable choice, didn't they?
Exactly. Totally. We'll make them eat their words.
I'll be expecting great things.
Heave ho, heave ho.
Heave ho! Heave ho!
This is the state of a shop after removing Days Factory's lanes. Their lanes handled all fish replenishment and balancing automatically. Thing prepped so staff only had to place it on the rice. Not only that, they digitized fish inventory and per-term sales, and paired it with a system that sent the data to HQ after every day's close. Thanks to a system only Days can provide, we drastically cut manpower, but we swapped lanes just because they were cheap and easy to use. And now our labor costs are ballooning. So that's what you wanted to discuss? True, in the long run you might lower the pricey lane cost, allow for more staff, raise service quality, and still keep expenses down. But that only works if we're not carrying an 8 billion yen burden. You're absolutely right. I'm already hearing withdrawal requests from franchisees. At this rate, Ishikawa Kaiten Sushi is at risk of coming apart midair. The only way out is to re-sign with Days Lanes. We will offer a sincere apology. Understood. Over 100 missed calls from Ishikawa Kaiten Sushi.
Oh my. Aren't you going to answer?
I'll pass. I'm swamped getting Tokimeki's contract squared away.
The tables have completely turned.
Mr. Sato, thank you so much. Days Factory's lanes blew me away.
Ah, thank you.
Plates are collected, completely unmanned. No hassle. And it even sorts them by price tier.
It even decides whether to run a plate through the washer or have it hand-washed based on how dirty it is. We're steadily cutting labor costs, and using that to boost the freshness and premium feel of our toppings.
Sales are up 150% year over year. It's all thanks to Days.
As they say, the divine lives in the details. Best to entrust this to a factory that puts in the honest work. Achoo!
What's wrong, Mr. Sato?
Sorry. Did some wasabi sneak in somewhere?
No. It's just... no one's ever praised our tech this much. With Ishikawa, it always felt like that's the bare minimum.
Which is how they ended up crowning a new president like that. Serves them right. In our company, no one looks down on you or your team. Stand tall. Stand tall. Say what needs saying. And do what needs doing without compromise.
Yes, I'll give it my all.
You don't have to strut right down the middle of the street. That simple side of you is kind of adorable.
That's Factory Manager Sato and President Shinagawa. If those two are together, that must mean... So they won't answer because they already signed with Tokimeki? Damn it! They beat us to the punch! What's our move? Yamadera. Well... Hello? What? You found a factory that can build a new lane on par with Days?
Yep, I just wrapped the meeting. They loved us. It's an overseas plant, but it should work.
Brilliant, Namie, as expected of the ace of sales.
You can keep the praise coming, you know.
After that, Ishikawa Kaiten Sushi rushed in to install the new lanes. They outfitted the place with equipment on par with Tokimeki's lanes at the time. Time passed. Our conveyor sushi is finally getting on track. And it's all thanks to Namie finding that new partner. We really owe you, Namie.
No, if we keep the pace for, say, 10 years, we can wipe out the damages.
Now then, all we need is to eat at Tokimeki Sushi, and find a unique selling point only we can offer, and then... What's wrong? This place. The items right along the lanes to the tables, huh? And that logo looks familiar. No way! These lanes are from Day's factory!
Oh, welcome.
Wah! President Shinagawa, why are you here?
Huh? You came without knowing? Our Kirakira Eats is actually a chain run by Tokimeki.
Is that so?
We launched 3 test locations in Tokyo, and things are going well. So we're considering expanding to over 10 times that by the end of next year.
So business is good, haha. Hold on. I barely see any staff.
Right? Each of the 3 stores runs with about 3 employees.
How is that even possible?
We installed Day's Factory new lanes. They handle serving, collecting, and even washing with no human involvement. On top of that, each tray has individual ID, so checkout at every table is automated.
Nobody told me about features like that.
There are plenty more bells and whistles, but I'll leave those for you to discover.
I hate to ask, but do those features exist at Tokimeki Sushi as well?
They do. Our costs have dropped dramatically.
This is bad. We need the factory to add those features right now. Are they even add-on level?
Oh my. So your company hasn't implemented them yet? That's not good.
Not good how?
The truth is...
A few days later. What do you mean? You are offering Day's Factory's technology to almost every company out there. That is not fair, is it? Hold on. Opening a meeting by complaining right out of the gate is unheard of. It is just too hard to believe. We receive proper licensing fees, so... No. Tokimeki Co. would be the one getting bothered, right? Handing your tech to rival companies on purpose? No. This follows Mr. Shinagawa's view. He says technology is not something you hoard, but something you share so everyone can push it higher. He also says our job as a company is to improve product quality first, not get fixated on the mechanism. Thanks to that, our factory's sales keep climbing, and we can run experiments to add new features.
I see! Great story. Then sign with our company too.
Right. We have had our history, but let us put feelings aside and make a proper deal. I am sorry, we cannot do that. So you are letting personal feelings? That is not it. It is contractually impossible. Contractually? We have not even signed anything yet. Here is the relevant section from the contract we give to all partners. Please see Clause 45. It states that if there is abuse of the patent or other violations, the license will be permanently revoked. So that means... Yes, since Ishikawa Kaiten Sushi has already violated the rules, they are permanently barred from use.
Hold on! That is the current contract. It has nothing to do with any past contracts, right?
You are right. But if we gloss over the past and sign anyway, we create a loophole in the rules. Past or present does not matter. To avoid betraying other companies, and to protect our own, we cannot contract with Ishikawa Kaiten Sushi. That puts us in a bind, Mr. Sato. Even if you say that, we already terminated our factory contract. Huh? We jumped the gun thinking we could sign with Day's Factory and halted it.
And because we canceled a long-term deal, we owe an enormous cancellation fee.
If we fall behind without your lanes, the gap in funds we can spend on products will drive customers away from us. Please, there must be something.
Stand tall. Say what must be said and do what must be done. No compromise.
If you care about the company that much, how can you leave Mr. Yamadera and the others who breached the rules in the same positions? Is that not a strange call for a company president? Will your staff accept that? If you truly want a contract with us, then show real good faith. Not self-preservation, but a sincere intent to make your company better. Very well. Then these two will leave the company.
Mr. President!
I will contact you again once it is decided. Excuse me. And so, Hatoyama moved to dismiss Yamadera, Namie, and 2 other employees who had fully supported them. However, they appealed and the board of directors stepped in.
After hearing the full sequence of events and discussing it among the directors, we've reached a conclusion. The responsibility lies not only with the sales division, but heavily with you as well, Mr. Hatoyama. Therefore, we resolved that there were issues in the execution of your duties as president, and you are hereby dismissed.
After all the infighting, every employee involved in ending the contract with Day's factory was gone. In the aftermath, the entire saga came to light, and former President Hatoyama became too ashamed to even step outside. Later, Yamadera and Namie divorced. They still had alimony to pay, so they tried to find new jobs at Ishikawa Kaiten Sushi, but everything had been written down in the handover document, so both of them were put under strict supervision day after day. As a result, they became meek, almost like different people, sometimes working with tears in their eyes. Meanwhile,
How's the new tech coming?
great, it's almost finished.
You're as relentless as ever.
I can't compete with Miss Shinagawa.
Believe it or not, I actually take it easy in my private life. Do you have time for that?
What? I love that actually.